Everybody loves teriyaki chicken, everybody, but when you put it into a tortilla and make a taco out of it, we're talking next level. By the way, this just happens to be the taco of the month for June in San Diego here at Not Tacos. Come down and see me, I'll make you one. I probably won't make you one, I'll be here shooting YouTube with Max and Chance, but somebody will make you one and boy, are you gonna like it. And by the way, it's pretty darn simple. We're gonna show you what we do that you could actually have at the restaurant that you can now make at home. We're gonna start by making teriyaki sauce, our own. It's so delicious. And if you don't wanna make your own teriyaki sauce, it's okay, buddy. You could buy it, but buy a thick one. The watery stuff, that's no bueno. Thick teriyaki sauce, kind of like we're gonna make and show you right now. To a pot of simmering water, there's 1 cup in there. We'll add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce, lovely. 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a couple tablespoons of honey, and I'm using hot honey because it's just generally better. And then a little garlic and ginger, about a tablespoon of each in paste form, and we mix like this. Let that simmer for a second. And while it does, I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch in this little bowl, add about a 1/4 cup of water, and mix this until it's smooth.
Barry Manilow?
No, I think you mean Barry White. Barry Manilow, you wouldn't consider smooth. Barry White.
Barry White.
Barry White. You'll never find. I don't know Barry Manilow songs. Barry White would sing, "You'll never find a cornstarch like mine." All right. A little simmer here, and in we go. This is called a slurry, by the way. Slurry. And you can see what it does. It makes it thick right away. Beautiful. A little too thick. I think I mismeasured my cornstarch, but that's okay. Give it a little bit more water, like this. It can be done off the heat now. Beautiful. And now this is just gonna cool, but we'll make a salsa while we wait. Our salsa begins with pineapple. You know how to take the lid off a pineapple? Like this. And I know they don't call it a lid. The stem, not the stem, the crown. I think it's called the crown. And then you take a knife and you go like this. And that's a beautiful pineapple. So let's just cut a piece like this and then the edges will come off. We don't need a ton for today, but we need this much. All right, let's do 2. Shall we? And I know how to get the sides off of a pineapple if I want the whole thing to be de-rinded. But when I don't want the rest of this right now, I like to keep the rind on because I think it preserves it, keeps it better. So now my pineapple slices are here. I'm gonna give them just a little drizz of oil and then they're gonna go face down in this rich pan right beside me. And in they go. Thank you. Thank you. Now just let them live. You want them charred up really well. It's gonna take a few minutes, so we'll check back, but we'll continue with the rest of the salsa. We begin with some red onion. We just wanted to make 1 cut, 1 more cut, like that, and then just these straight down. And then we make little baby cuts like this. And look, you get perfect little dice. Great. This can go in our bowl. So I'm having to move all the way around the board. It was here for a bit in front of Max's camera, here for a bit, blocking Chancey's view of this. So keep it over here by me, boys. We're gonna be all right. Next up, he said anally cleaning his cutting surface will be some tomato. And off and sides off because I don't want the wet, mushy inside. And if you get some like here, then just take it out with your finger. These guys are fine. This is fine. This is not fine. And these guys will just get cut up. And before we move on, we check our pineapple. Let's see how we're doing. Beautiful. So let's give it a little cross hatch. And we know this one's gonna be the same. Go like that. Keep going. Back to the salsa. Next up, we need a little cilantro. Fresh, nice, love it. This goes in. Lovely. And really, we're just waiting for the pineapple. While it finishes, we can cut some chicken. Before we move on to the chicken, let's flip the pineapple. So a little oil on each, quick rub, and we flip. That's what you want. Charred pineapple salsa. It's beautiful. And if you don't think those marks aren't gonna deliver a shit ton of flavor, you're wrong. That's beautiful, man. All right, chicken time. Let's cut some chicken thighs because this is all you would use. I just want these in thin strips and little bits of fat I'm okay with. We've talked about it before. Big hunks I take off, but smaller-ish pieces is gonna just be a little bit of a fatty, delicious bite. So I'm okay with it. If you're not okay with it, you should dissect it as much as you want to remove as much fat as you want. These can now go in our bowl. We'll add the teriyaki sauce. Do you remember our teriyaki sauce? Look how thick and rich. And the thickness is good because it will stick. And that's what we want. So we'll add some to here, to our chicken. It's enough to give it a nice little marinade. We'll mix it. And by the way, you want the teriyaki sauce to have cooled. You don't want to put it on your chicken when it's boiling hot. And this can now go in the fridge. 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours overnight. Let's finish our salsa. All right, and here they are. Put them on here to help them cool down a little bit, but we're anxious and they're not cooling down that fast. So we're just gonna cut them. And remember, you don't want that inside. You want this outside part because the inside's a little bit harder and that's not working for us today. There, spread that out. That'll cool down. Beautiful. Something about grilled pineapple that is very special. It's one of those fruits that you can grill that gets about 40,000 times better. Pineapple, I'm okay with, generally speaking, cold pineapple. But grilled pineapple, holy shit. That's a whole nother world, man. Don't want to waste. Just don't want that little center core. We're gonna give that about a minute to cool, then we're gonna put it in our salsa. There we are, and here we are. Boy, we all just had bites of this pineapple. Fantastic, it's really fantastic. Okay, we give it that. We give it a little shot of olive oil. Yes, olive oil, I want that richness. A little pinch of salt and pepper, a little squeeze of lime juice. I guess it'd be a little squeeze of lime, because you can't have a squeeze of lime juice. And then we mix. Doesn't just smell good, certainly gonna taste good, but look how beautiful that is. This is perfect for this time of year. You know what, boys? It's time to make a taco. Our pan is hot. Our oil is now hot. And here comes some chicken. Get ready for a little splatter and in we go. Told you, Max. I hope your camera's up far enough. This probably is gonna take about a minute. Really no more. Oh, it's terrible. Do it in somebody else's house. You don't want to get your place all greasy. At the restaurant, we have a giant flat top. It's much easier. And when you're about 75% of the way cooked, pieces being done, we're going to take a little bit more of the sauce and give it one quick fling into the pan to just richen the whole thing up. Gorgeous. Look how pretty. That's what I like about this. Doesn't just smell good, it looks good. And ladies and gentlemen, we're there, we can build. And using one of our Not Taco tortillas, and by the way, if you've been to Not, you know how great our tortillas are. Down it goes. First up, a little bit of sour cream, just a little cool richness on the bottom. We follow up with some of our charred pineapple salsa. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Next and second to last, this gorgeous teriyaki chip. Look at it, come on. You'd think that this just came out of a teppanyaki restaurant. The char marks, the glossiness, it's amazing. And last but not least, a little green onion for the win. Boom, that's it. You get out of there. We tell the cooks at the restaurant, when you build a taco, you build it so that you can see as many of the components as possible if it's laying flat. You see the sour cream, you see the salsa, you see the chicken. If you put everything in a straight line, you cover everything up. You want to see with your eyes before you eat, and you want it to be beautiful. And it doesn't just look beautiful, it smells beautiful, but it's gonna taste beautifuler. Sure, you could use a corn tortilla, but you shouldn't, because this will be better, especially one of ours. Good job. Pineapple, teriyaki, chicken. Glazed, charred, juicy, delicious, unctuous, whatever that means. The whole month of June. And come to Not in San Diego, Little Italy, and have this. Or make it yourself. You saw how easy it was. It's so worth it. And I will stop now so I can make these boys one too. Go to shopsdcg.com. Get stuff. You know, stuff. And by the way, boys, have we changed our prices over the years? No. Same prices. Who does that?